Awesome. Does anybody have any objections to me recording this call? I'm trying to record them every week, so that way for anyone that's missed.
No objection.
No objection. Awesome. Hey, good morning, Belinda.
I just talked to one agent this morning, and she just messaged me. She said, "Hey, I'm really interested. Let's talk again next week."
That's
Nice.
great. So Hamudi, can you kind of elaborate a little bit more on how you're reaching out to these agents?
Oh, all right. Yeah, this one agent, actually, I got her business card. We went for ice cream a few days ago, and I got her business card from the store. And I just gave a call and said, "Hey, I just come across your business card, and I'm here in Lakewood Ranch, and I would love to share with you a real estate opportunity. Would you be open for it?" She said, "Sure." And I just started talking, and she's surprised about the model, and she said, "Can you send me some video, something about?" And before actually I sent her the video, she said, "I'm really, really interested. Let's connect again next week."
That's great. So kind of similar how you were introduced to David. You just called him from, I think he has a billboard or sign at the airport.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in Florida here we can grow it really big because a lot of people, they don't know about EXP yet. I think they heard about EXP a little bit, but they ignore it. But I feel like it's a good opportunity for us to grow it here. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, Belinda. How's everything going on your end?
Good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Yes, everything is going good. I have two that's coming on. They just waiting on two deals to close, kind of sort of what I did. So I
Awesome.
feel it was a great week.
That's awesome. So are these agents that you had transactions with that how do you know these agents?
I have worked with them in the past. And
Okay.
so these were someone well known. And the others that are just new, I'm still working on, just talking softly to them, catching up with them weekly, seeing how they're doing.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Okay.
And Belinda, I'm so sorry. I'm having a kind of a brain freeze. Are you in Georgia or are you in New Jersey?
I'm in Georgia.
Georgia. That's okay. Awesome. And are you in the Atlanta area?
A little west of Atlanta. It's considered, I'm about 30 miles out of Atlanta, but I do go into Atlanta quite often.
Awesome. I was asking because David's on the call and he's got a team in Georgia as well. So fantastic. It's hard. I apologize. It's hard for me to remember where everybody's located. I have the worst memory, by the way. Awesome. So does anybody want to kind of open up and talk about, it sounds like Belinda, you had the great success this week with two agents. Anything in particular that you guys notice that's working this week, maybe some challenges that you've had, and then we can get into some objections continued.
I haven't had any challenges. I can definitely tell you that what's working is, have you ever heard of EXP?
Love it.
That
Simple,
works.
right?
It's so simple, and it's giving me a more confidence in starting to talk about EXP with just opening up with a simple question. Because most of the time the answer is, as what I expect, no. Tell me more.
Awesome. And so, Belinda, for those that, do say yes, how are you handling, if you ask me, have I ever heard of EXP? And maybe I've heard of it, I'm trying to shoo you off a little bit. How would you handle that comment?
Um, the way I've handled it, I just said, well, I would like to just show you a little bit more about the company that I'm joining. And I want to tell you why I joined EXP opposed to anyone else that I have joined since I have gotten my license back. And they are interested after that. The one thing that I am up against pretty much is everybody's used to the brick and mortar. No one, a cloud brokerage kind of seems scary, so to speak, to people.
And I could not be more happy that you said that, because that was one of the objections that we were going to handle. So let's go ahead and dive into that. How is everyone handling the brick and mortar objection? Because we know it's out there, right? It does take kind of a shift, even if they don't use it, that for some reason they believe that they need the office.
Well, we have offices everywhere. We can use the Regis facility. I mean, you can find them anywhere in these days.
Awesome.
Okay. I have said that it works best for me because when you think about it, you don't spend much time in the office anyway, unless
Hmm.
it's mandated that you have floor time. I said, but here you can be your own boss. You could grow your own team. We have a leaders and mentors that will help us succeed. So having a brick and mortar office is not as efficient as it was in the past because we have everything available to us online.
And I love that you use the word efficient because that's definitely how I present it as well. So, Belinda, let me ask you, like, let's just kind of role play a little bit. If you were an agent, I'm just going to ask you, how often do you go to your office?
Um, Once a week.
Once a week? Okay. Awesome. So, what if you could spend that time that you're driving back and forth to your office on RPAs, which are revenue producing activities? Could we agree that you might close more deals?
It's something that I'll be looking into. I'll be interested.
Awesome. Well, I'd love to introduce you to our EXP world because that's exactly what the cloud office does for you. It allows our agents to become more efficient, allowing them to really focus on the money making activities, the high leverage activities, those things that are going to yield them more business. So, having the right tools is what allows you to follow up. Now, with that said, why do you feel like you need an office then? If we both agree that not having going back and forth to an office might make you more efficient.
Well, sometimes clients want a place to meet, and I don't think that meeting in a coffee house or a restaurant is great business all the time.
Okay, so have you ever heard of Regis shared office spaces?
No, I haven't seen that here in the Atlanta area.
Oh, awesome, because I'm quite certain there's quite a few in Atlanta. That's a big area. So actually what it is we don't limit our agents to just one office, is you now get a global membership to any Regis location. We get a white card membership that you can walk in and meet your clients there. So let me ask you, in your real estate office right now, are you getting referrals?
No, we got to work really hard for those, set
Right.
up our own campaigns.
Absolutely. So usually one of the last places that you're ever going to get referrals is in your local office competing with other real estate agents. So imagine now working out of a Regis shared office space where other local business owners are coming in and you have the opportunity to meet a lot more potential clients. Is that fair to say?
Oh, yes, yes.
Awesome.
That's exciting.
Well, what I have found is an office is simply a place for agents just to look busy. So let's, stop looking busy and actually get you to produce more and hopefully grow a sustainable business.
Okay, let's set up a time to meet.
Awesome. How would anybody else handle that? So that's just kind of one of my generic scripts, but I'd love to hear. Let's kind of open up the conversation on that. You guys got quiet on me.
Because I hit you with what I'm faced with. I don't know where there's a Regis around here, or if this
Mhm.
available to me here in the West Georgia area. David, I don't know where you're at, but I'm interested in you chiming
Well,
in.
I'm in Lakewood Ranch, and there is a Regis in Sarasota, and I think there's also one in St. Pete, which is only like 35 minutes away as well. So I've got two different directions I could go to meet a client in any one of those facilities. And Micah is correct. There's probably multiple options of Regis in the Atlanta market. I moved here to Florida from Alpharetta,
Okay.
and I know there's Regis probably somewhere in Dunwoody or something like that in that area. So there's definitely some opportunities for Regis there. I like what you said as the answer to objection, Micah. That's exactly what I would have said. But you did it brilliantly. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Belinda, one of the things is if an agent is really stuck on the office space,
Hmm.
number one, I would introduce them to the world, actually take them in there, give them a guest pass, take them in there so they can feel the collaboration and the community that we have. And then number two, I would actually just go to regis.com and you can search the area. So, pretty easily we could search and find out how many Regis locations that are potentially close to that agent.
Okay. And are we spelling this regis.com?
REGUS.
US. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey, good morning, Tammy. I see that you joined us.
Good morning. I apologize. I was on a buyer's consultation.
Oh, not at all. Hey, out there working. That's awesome. So tell us, did you have anything this week? Any wins or any objections that you want to handle?
I didn't have any objections. I had conversations,
Mm-hmm.
and people just not ready to look at the opportunity, I guess.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's an objection, but
what are some of the comments that they're saying to you?
for instance, one young lady, she just went through another company. She just transferred to another company and she joined the team. And I was like, oh man, I wish you would have looked at EXP.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was just saying that, the group she joined, that eventually they want to be brokers. And I was like, oh, it's crazy you said that, because my goal was to be a broker too until I saw the EXP model. And I told her that, we have brokers partner with us all the time because of, they don't have to worry about the overfees and all the stress of just, managing agents. So, and she just was like, okay, thank you.
Okay. Awesome. No, I think you did a great job in kind of responding and giving your experience of, I wanted to be a broker too, but here's why I didn't do it. I would almost ask the question and keep in mind, a lot of it's timing. Even though an agent may not be interested right now, doesn't mean that you haven't piqued their interest and they won't be interested later on. I think we were talking to Lewis for, about 6 months or so. So it's, you just got to continue to build that relationship, as we know. But I would have also asked, what were her goals in becoming a broker? So maybe dive in a little bit more, so then how to pique her and continue to pique their interest. So a lot of times it's just, answering a question with a question. Because we get excited to kind of spiel all the EXP stuff, but until they've really given us permission to do that, they've probably mentally blocked it out and they're not listening. So we want to kind of throw it back at them, continue to ask them more questions, kind of dig deeper. And then if you can say little nuggets to pique their interest, that's how you're going to be able to get them to eventually come back around.
Oh, okay. And also I had spoke, so she's like a veteran in the industry. And she has a nice team with Keller Williams. So me and her did a transaction at one time, and she's been trying to recruit me to Keller Williams forever. So I'm trying to recruit her to EXP.
I love it.
We was having a conversation last night, and I think I should have dived a little deeper in it, but I think I kind of gave up too quick. You know what I mean? So, because she was saying, she just got a $3,000 profit share. Her downline, like they give a lot of leads, but their cap is 30,000. And I didn't even tell her our cap was 16. I don't know why I didn't tell her that. And I didn't even tell her like about the stocks and all that, because she's an older, she's like 66. And she's been with like a lot of different brokerage. And she was like, the way she was saying to me, like, Keller Williams, she just staying there. But I think I need to revisit her and break that down a little bit more.
Can I chime in a little bit here? Especially because she's with Keller Williams and she tried to recruit you before, and now you try to recruit her here. I mean, I would be open for it. Hey, let's sit down at the table, compare apple to apple. I mean, why the reason I should go to Keller Williams? Why the reason I went to EXP? And like I said, maybe she against EXP now because she don't know everything. I mean, you just said you don't
like
know
she
about
would get an
icon
instant pay raise.
Yeah. Because she was like, she caps in like 5 months, so I think I'm gonna go back to her and say what, we need to sit down and compare apple to apples, because I was thinking about what you were saying, and you probably will get a pay raise. But I would want to do something with you guys too. Being that she's been in the industry so long, maybe get on a 3-way call.
Absolutely. You know where to find us.
That's the best way to do this 3-way call.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll agree with Tammy. It gets intimidating.
Mm-hmm. It is, and that's why practicing scripts becomes really important. That's why we do these calls every week, because the more that you practice it, the more comfortable you're going to be. And you also have to believe in your product. If you have to understand all the ins and outs of EXP, understand the true benefit, and truly kind of believe in it. It sounds a little cliche, but believe in your heart of hearts that there's no better product out there, because they're going to feel that. They're going to feel that energy. And, not to say that we're not a fit for everyone, right? But as Hamudi mentioned, then yeah, I mean, somebody's going to recruit somebody. So it might as well be you, and sit down. I love how he said, compare apples to apples, look at the numbers. I mean, we all know here on the call, $30,000 versus a $16,000 cap, she's instantly getting a $14,000 pay raise. I mean, instantly, and that's before even diving into any of her other numbers. So that more than offsets that $3,000 profit share check.
I mean, I think is the best thing with the. I mean, recruiting is not easy. But will pay off very well for the long term. I think the main thing, you don't just want to give up. If you heard somebody say, "Hey, I'm not interested," just give up. Change your mood. Just keep going and just practice your script.
Where do I find the scripts? I don't even know what a script is.
Actually, I have a good one. I can send it to you. Mike, I have it on my desk. I can share it.
Okay.
And then we also have a ton of scripts. Let me do a screen share here real quick. All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So every script that we use, who said no?
I did, David.
Oh, okay.
I'm
That's probably because you're. Yeah, I'll send this to you. You should have the link, but I'll send this to you. So this is our on Workplace. We have our own private group, the Ultimate Expansion. Give me just a second, and I'll send this out as well. Internet's being slow.
I mean, even for David, because he just moved the EXP from his office, it's a good opportunity to reach to this agents, or you can send them an email. Hey, I'm no longer with this company. I just moved to this company, and you can share the opportunity.
So if you guys go to our group, the Ultimate Expansion, and actually, Hamudi, that I'll show one of the scripts that we have for an agent that just switched over. So click on Mruwat Enterprises. These are all of our courses that are available to you guys and anybody that you bring on. But if you go here to Agent Attraction, just put in the coupon code, and it's all spelled out in the group. It's Agent Partner.
I'm sorry, you did that fast. Where did you go to?
I went to the Ultimate Expansion, our private workplace group. And then if you click on here, if you click on Mruwat Enterprises, this is our online school. If you use the coupon code Agent Partner on any of the courses, it's going to allow you to have that course for free. So once you pull up the courses, all of our scripts are here. So Facebook Messenger, LinkedIn, new agent coming over, talking to a broker owner, the agent attraction. So all of the scripts that we literally use every single day are in this course. So you can see this one's the new agent script. So like, this is great, as he mentioned for David, who just joined us. He could simply send a message, hey, I've been investigating this new real estate company that will change my business and income. Micah is going to do a private call, and you are the first person I thought of. Would you be willing to give me some feedback? So I mean,
which one are you in then? I'm looking at them. Oh, which one of the buttons should I click?
I'm in the new agent script. Where are you?
I'm on. I went to the workplace, and I'm in the Mruwat Enterprises, and there's a bunch of
courses
in front of me. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you click on the agent attraction course, and that's also where I'm putting these recordings as well.
Got it.
And then click on new agent script once you enroll to the course, and all of our scripts are here. So we're constantly adding, we're constantly looking for the best scripts. So anything that we personally use is going to be here. And if you guys have any scripts that you think are really good, let me know and I'll add them. I'll add them here.
Thanks. That would be very, very helpful. I'm gonna look into those.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, let me know what you guys have and we can continue to add stuff pretty easily to the course.
Because when Louis first showed me the rev share and how it pays out, I don't think I was honestly listening. But last night I really looked over it.
So I have a video,
I just
revenue share explained.
I just saw the numbers, but I didn't understand like how to get there. But now I do, because I looked at it and I'm like, okay, I need to have 40 people so I can unlock all these levels. So
Yeah.
my goal is to get 40 people on my front line.
Amen.
And just so you know, we just added 2 videos. We're going to add, our goal is to add a video a week. But this one is why attract agents. So it kind of talks about the different benefits. And then this one is revenue share explained. So I literally get into the numbers and some examples. And it's important to understand the revenue share because, you know, there were certainly mistakes I did in my first year with EXP because I didn't understand to its 100th degree of the importance of building wide and how it was structured. So that's why we do videos like this, because it's important to know.
And honestly, with the recruiting, you don't want to. It's not every agent would be interested like with the revenue share. Some agent they're interested how I can learn more, sell more houses. You know, some of them they're interested in the stock. Some of them be interested in the revenue share. You need to see what they get interested on to focus on.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We've got just a couple more minutes here before we wrap up. Does anybody have any kind of closing comments? Before we get started into that, I will tell you guys we have a family event next Friday. So unfortunately, I won't be on this call next Friday, but we'll continue it the week after. Yeah. Does anybody have anything that any topics that you want the next time, or any closing comments?
I just wanted to share with you guys really quickly what I was thinking of doing. I'm big on try to work more efficiently. Mm-hmm. So I was going to work this week on crafting an email that I was going to send to every small broker within the area of New Jersey that I was doing business in before, and to see if there was any possibility and any interest in any one of them learning more about the EXP opportunity for their office. And so I could just narrow down the people that I can speak to. So I was going to do that, and I don't know what your thoughts were on that, Micah.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. So how are you, and I apologize, my son just came in here.
Yeah.
How are you kind of identifying that list?
I would just go into the MLS and look for brokerages in my area that are mm-hmm. non-franchised, and reach out to them and see if there's any possibility to talk to them about what I'm currently working on.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. I think one thing that I'd be mindful of is just being careful. I mean, as you know, the do not call registry. So personally, what I would do is find out who those owners are and then friend them on some kind of social media platform, just so you've kind of instantly built in that relationship. Mm-hmm. And then start calling from there. Because to my understanding, and of course, I'm not an attorney, but once you have somebody has mutually followed you or added you on social media, then that's considered kind of a built-in relationship. So at that point, as far as EXP is concerned, you have permission to start kind of speaking with them about EXP. But were you just wanting to get the list and just kind of cold call them?
No, I wasn't going to call them. I was going to send them an email, just like a soft opener, just introducing myself and asking them if they'd like to schedule a quick call to go over some new real estate ideas that I've been working on.
Okay, so your email's not really even directed about EXP. You just want to get on the phone with them and kind of collaborate and see how you can't help one another.
Yeah, something like that. Just a very soft one, because I don't want to pitch them on an email. That's first of all, they're probably going to be like, no, unsubscribe or whatever they're going to do. It would just kind of be like, hey, I've seen your office, for years now, and I kind of want to share some ideas with you, what I'm doing. Maybe we can learn from each other, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And with your history of being a broker, you know how to handle those objections pretty easily.
Yeah, it seems like I do pretty well with brokers, so I was hoping to not only limit myself to brokers, but try to incorporate more brokers along with individual agents.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all, relationship building. So once you can kind of get on the phone with them and, learn a little bit more about them, show how you can add value to them, then absolutely. I think that's a great idea.
Awesome. Thank you. I think the time has come. You got to go, right?
Yes, sir. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. I'll go ahead and stop this recording.